Good morning, Cornerstone. I hope your day's going well, and I'm at home, as you can see. And I want to ask you a question, give some thought to today. Human beings like to make up rules, and Christians are no different, and especially in religions. But we like to make up rules that we keep or don't keep, but then we judge others for not keeping them, or we require others to keep them. Same thing with religious experiences. We have an experience, we think it's wonderful, it drew us closer to God, or so we thought. Therefore, other people should have the same experience because I had it, you should have it. And once again, we have a tendency to judge other people if they don't have the same experience. Well, they're not quite as spiritual as I am. Whoever's come into the city of Colossae is causing trouble in the church in these exact same ways. And evidently, this person has some Jewish background in the rules and experiences. So let's look what Paul says. As a result of yesterday, we learned that Christ is the head of all rule and authority, and he overcame the rule and authority, those demons in the demonic realm, the spiritual realm of evil that was against us and against him. Through the cross, he overcame them. So now he draws conclusions to that. So listen to chapter 2, verse 16. Therefore, Paul says, let no one pass judgment on you in question of food and drink, or with regard to a festival, or a new moon, or a Sabbath. These are a shadow of the things to come, but the substance belongs to Christ. He mentions food and drink. Obviously, the law of Moses, had many restrictions on what could be eaten and some on what could be drank. And then they had rules about the festivals, yearly festivals. There's 7 festivals Israel would keep every year. New moon, which was a monthly celebration, and Sabbath, which was a weekly celebration. So all those things there was rules about. And then, of course, the Jews added a whole bunch more rules that God didn't add. Well, evidently, when it says here that these are a shadow of the things to come, but Christ is the substance. He's the reality. It's actually the word body in the Greek. And the idea, well, your body casts a shadow. Well, the shadow were those past rules and practices. The substance has come and fulfilled them. It is Christ. He is our reality now. We don't got to keep those old rules. But some people want to keep them. This person that came into this church here demanded you kept them. And so we do that to one another too. We always want to take the reality and go back to what is the shadow and not the substance. We focus on the peripheral and not the reality, which is Jesus Christ. Remember, the book of Colossians is about Christ as supreme, Christ as preeminent. He is sufficient for everything we need. Now, he goes on here to talk about these experiences I was talking about. Whoever this person is, says, let no one disqualify you, insisting on asceticism and worship of angels, going on in detail about visions, puffed up without reason by his sensual mind, and not holding fast to the head, from whom the whole body, nourished and knit together through its joints and ligaments, grows with the growth that is from God. This idea that evidently this person's having these spiritual experiences where he's worshiping God and he's experiencing the angel worship with God. I think that's what it's saying. Not that he worshiped angels, but he's joining the angels in worship. And so people love spiritual experiences, dreams and visions and things like that. And God does give those. But when we make those the basis of our faith, the basis of our spirituality and our maturity, and not Christ as the basis of that, then we've lost track. It says here, don't let anybody disqualify you. It's amazing what we perceive as a good thing, spiritual experiences, can actually disqualify us in our spiritual growth. It's Christ that matters. He is the substance. He is the reality. All these things are shadows. So just remember, as we move forward each day in our walk with Christ, and as we're here to encourage each other, as this talks about, he is the head, holding the whole body together, we need to hold on to Jesus Christ. He is what matters most. He being the head, and we are each part of the body, ligaments and joints and bones and arms and hands. Paul goes on with this in 1 Corinthians 12 with great detail. Remember, Jesus Christ is the head. Don't allow any rule to replace him, and don't allow any experience to replace him. Christ is the all in all. That's another good theme for Colossians. Christ is the all in all. We'll talk to you Monday.